All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this lesson. So this lesson is rate of change. And so what we're going to look at is we're looking at slope. Okay, so slope, the rate of change is a ratio that shows how one variable changes with respect to another. On a linear graph, this is called the slope of the line. Slope is written as a ratio of the vertical change, which is the rise, divided by the horizontal change, which is the run, between 2 points. This remains constant for any 2 points in the same line. Slope is written as a fraction in simplest form. The variable for slope is m. So we have positive, negative, 0, and undefined. So positive would look something like this, negative would look something like this, 0 would be horizontal, excuse me, and undefined is vertical. All right, so now to calculate slope, we are looking at rise divided by, run. Okay, so I'm going to count from the point to get my slope here. So I'm going up 1, 2, 3, because I want to get to a coordinate point. So let's label this coordinate point here, and this coordinate point is the coordinate point that I see. So I want to calculate that. So I could count this, right? I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I always start at my leftmost point, and then I either go up or down. If I go down, it'd be negative. And then I do my running, which is to the right. Okay, so now I'm going to start again, leftmost point. And I'm going to this point here, so I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, right? So I went down by 3, so that gives me a negative 3. And then I went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then that reduces to negative 1/3 because they're both divisible by 3. And then this is a 0 slope because it's horizontal. And then this is an undefined slope because it is vertical. Okay. And now, and these were the examples that we did in class. They're all basically the same. So now we're going to look at the next. I'm going to skip all these because that's basically one example of every single one that we did in class. Those are the ones that we did. Then we did some slope formula here, which we did m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus, x1. So we did a handful of these in class. We did 2, 3, 5, and 6. And then I did the going backwards example, which is here. And then we could do like maybe one more, like number 20. Okay. So I'll get us through the rest of the lesson. So when I do slope now, what I did is I labeled x1, y1, x2, y2. So then my slope was negative 2 minus 4 over 10 minus a negative 2. So I did my slope formula, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So I get a negative 6 over here. My two negatives make a positive, so that gives me a positive 12, which reduces to negative 1/2. Again, x1, y1, x2, y2. So m is equal to negative 5 minus 5 over negative 8 minus a negative 4. Those two negatives make a positive, so I get a negative 10 over negative 4. Both of them are even, meaning they're divisible by 2, so I can reduce this. And then my two negatives become a positive, so that gives me a positive 5/2. Again, here, x1, y1, x2, y2. So slope is 9 minus 9 over 3 minus 5. So I get 0 over negative 2. 0 in the top gives you 0. 0 in the denominator gives you undefined. Okay, x1, y1, x2, y2. So my slope is 5 minus 8 over negative 7 minus a negative 7. So I get a negative 3. My two negatives become a positive over 0, so I get undefined. Okay. Going backwards example, so I label x1, y1, x2, y2. And what I wanted to figure out what y was equal to. So step 1 is to calculate, is to write my slope formula with my points. So then my slope, and I'm going to set it equal to the slope given. So negative 4/5 is equal to y minus 6 over 5 minus a negative 5. So that becomes a positive. So then I get negative 4/5 is equal to y minus 6 over 10. Step 3 is to cross multiply and solve. And then 4 is to solve. Oops, not slope. Solve. Okay, so then I cross multiply. Don't want to use blue. Let's use yellow. Okay, so I get negative 4 times 10 is equal to 5 times y minus 6. So negative 40 is equal to 5y minus 30 because I distribute. To solve, add 30 to both sides. Running out of room, I apologize. So negative 10 is equal to 5y. Divide both sides by 5, and I get y is equal to negative 2. And then let's look at 20. So again, step 1 is what? Step 1 is to use slope formula. Step 2 is to set equal to slope given. Step 3 is cross multiply. And step 4 is to solve. So then 1/3 is equal to x1, y1, x2, y2. So negative 2 minus y over 9 minus a negative 3. My two negatives turn into a positive, so I have 1/3 is equal to negative 2 minus y over 12. Cross multiply. So I get 12 is equal to 3 times negative 2 minus y. So 12 is equal to negative 6 minus 3y. Add 6 to both sides. So 18 is equal to negative 3y. Divide both sides by negative 3, and I get y is equal to negative 6. All right, and that is it for this lesson.